Hey, hope everybody's doing good. This is day three's installment of 10 knives in 10 days. And this knife was given to me by my mother, and it actually belonged to her dad, so it was my grandfather's. And he passed away when I was about 1 year old, so I never actually got to know him. But I think I acquired my love of firearms from him because from my understanding, when he passed away, my dad found a bunch of firearms that he had in a shed, actually in a bucket of oil. And my dad was just a kid at the time. He was 20 years old and didn't have any place to keep all of those firearms, and had them stored at a friend's house, and they ended up disappearing, unfortunately. But I ended up inheriting that gene, I believe. So this knife is made by Imperial, and they were out of Providence, Rhode Island. And let's take a look at it. All right, here's the knife. It's got two blades and is marked Imperial, Providence, Rhode Island, and has a small crown on the tang of the large blade. It has what I believe are imitation mother of pearl grips and a steer, longhorn steer embellished in it with a blue grip background. It's a pretty little knife. And I did some research, found an article by Don Kress, Kress, from April 12th of 2017. And he did an article about Imperial knives. They were founded in Rhode Island in 1916. And in the 1940s, they became Imperial Knives. And then in 1985, they became Imperial Schrade Corporation. And in 2004, Imperial Schrade closed the plant in Rhode Island and dropped the name Imperial and just went with Schrade. In his article, he also explains the dating on the tang stamps. And this actual knife is marked with a date that, or a stamp, a tang stamp that is between 1916 and 1920. So pretty impressive that this knife is right at 100 years old, maybe a few years older than that. And it definitely has stood the test of time, and the fact that it was my grandfather's is really neat. And that does, that timeline falls in to when he would have been old enough to buy it. He was born in the late 1890s. And, you know, I could see a 20-year-old young man buying this, carrying it, working with it. So pretty neat. Wish I could go back in time and talk with him and find out more, but at least I have this to think about him by. All right, I hope you all enjoyed that, and come back tomorrow for day number 4 of 10 knives in 10 days.